Hi, this is Penny once again, and we are again on season two of the Conversation with Friends. And I am so happy to have my friend Rick Petrie from the US to join me today. You know, Rick and I were together in the Jack Canfield Train the Trainer program, and I clearly remember him when I was a trainee because he was an assistant. You wouldn't miss Rick because he's such a big guy, but I tell you, he's such a lovable and loving person. And I can't forget the time that we have been together as part of the assisting team. He's so different from what you see on stage and what he is in person. And when I got to know him, I said, this guy is really something special. So this is my introduction of my friend Rick. So Rick, would you want to introduce yourself and where you are from?
Sure, Penny. Thank you. First of all, thank you so much for inviting me to join you. I was really happy and filled with gratitude when I received the invitation. So thank you so much for that. I'm in Minneapolis, Minnesota today. Like most of the people, I think, around the world dealing with this COVID-19 situation and trying to figure out, what to do each day and navigate my way forward.
So, Rick, you mentioned that um, your wife and your daughter is in LA. So, who are you with there?
Oh, it's me and my little dog. We're just the two of us here, dealing with this stuff. It's interesting. I think too.
Uh-huh.
I think it impacts dogs too. I know I don't know about health wise, but just the emotional piece of it. I think that they can kind of pick up on something's not going right. So it's
Really?
interesting.
Have you seen any change in his behavior?
Yeah. He normally does a pretty good job sleeping through the night and all this kind of stuff, but now some nights he does sleep through the night, other nights not so much, and it's almost like he's a little bit on edge.
Uh-huh.
I think like a lot of people, same thing. Yeah, it's interesting. And
Oh,
then during in the morning he sleeps a lot. He'll sleep most of the morning, and then by the afternoon he'll wake up and he's ready to play.
that sounds like me. I was telling you earlier that I woke up at 1:30 in the morning and I couldn't sleep, and all I want to do today is sleep.
Yeah.
No, no. Acknowledge that you're not okay, but I'll get over it. So,
Yeah.
how is it there now in your place in Minneapolis? How is it? Are you still in self isolation, stay home, lockdown, whatever you call it?
Yeah, we our governor lifted the order a little bit 2 weeks ago. Prior to that, everybody was just in just stay home.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 weeks ago, he changed it a little bit and he opened up some parks and golf courses and things like that, still with, kind of the physical distancing or social distancing, whatever you want to call it. That's still in place. And so that was supposed to be until May 4th, which today. But then he extended it for another 2 weeks. So yeah, for the most part, we're still stay at home. A few places are opening up just a little bit, but yeah, we're pretty much still in stay at home right now.
Okay. And how do you feel about it?
Well, I think as a matter of public policy, it makes a lot of sense. You don't want to have a lot of people to get sick or even die. In fact, a really close friend of mine is really sick from the virus and was on a ventilator for 11 days and then in the hospital for 16 days. Fortunately, he was able to recover. So as far as keeping people safe and healthy, I think it's a good idea. It does have a big impact, for example, on the economy. Psychologically, I think it has an impact on a lot of people. One of the things I do is I teach and coach at a law school, and the graduation had to be canceled. So, those students have worked so hard to get to the point where they can graduate from law school, but there won't be a graduation, at least not right now. So, disappointment there. So, it's like, I guess, everything else in life. There's some things that are really good about it. Some other things, maybe not so good.
Yep, yep, I understand. So, but you've been out of the house, have you?
I've been fortunate that I have been able to get out of the house for a little while. Like I literally live across the street from a park, a pretty big park. And so I get to go out of the house, go across the street, take the dog, go for a walk. There are some trails and we can walk around the trails. Sometimes there's other people over there, but a lot of times there's really not too many people. So that's nice. Yesterday, I got out of the house for about 5 hours,
Wow.
and I played golf with some friends. So that was nice to be able to do that. So a little bit, but then but it's funny, Penny. Even when you're out, you're still thinking about it, right? It's
Yeah.
like you're still like you see other people, and you got to stay away. And I notice that people are kind of on edge all the time. They're like, I don't know, fearful, uh, kind of grouchy a little bit, and I understand it, but yeah, it's just even getting out is still different, though. It's not like you just go out and
Hmm.
relax. So
So you
yeah,
played golf. How is it? Do you have a caddy or do you have your own golf cart?
yeah. We yesterday everybody had their own golf cart, and and it was interesting the way they did it. So when you get to the green and then the hole, the flag had a thing at the bottom made out of like styrofoam. So the ball doesn't really go in the hole, but if it touches that styrofoam, you just call it good. And the idea is so that people don't have to, a lot of different people touching the flag and
Oh
touching different
yeah.
things, so things don't get spread around. So even that's different, and you got to still stay away from your friends. But at
Mhm.
least we could get out for a little while, so that was
Yeah.
good.
And you can see your friends.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I haven't seen some of those guys. I haven't seen them since October of last year, so it's good to see those guys.
That's nice. So, you know, the fact the what your situation, you were in lockdown, couldn't go out as well. Fortunately for you, you have a park, and now things are easing up. And for some, they've eased up. I was watching U.S. news, obviously CNN, and there are some states that allowed parlors to open, that allowed gyms to open, and so on and so forth. That's their call. But really, how do you stay optimistic in this time wherein there's a global crisis and we don't know what tomorrow will be?
Yeah, one of the things that I've done throughout this is, I guess I didn't really. Well, part of me did realize it, but I didn't realize it as I was doing it until after I realized what I was doing, and if that makes any sense. But
It does.
um, when this whole lockdown thing first happened, I found I was spending a lot of time watching TV because I was trying to figure out, okay, what's going on? Where are we going? How do you navigate your way through this? And what I realized is that I wasn't getting any answers, but what I was getting was just drained. It was just like so much negative, bad news. And finally, I just decided, okay, I'm not going to do this anymore. And I wouldn't even turn the television on. Like I would not turn it on until maybe 4:30 or 5 o'clock in the evening. And instead, I doubled down on the amount of time I spent meditating in the morning. That really helped a lot.
Mhm.
Then I would do some affirmations, and then I would just listen to some music, like some Tibetan singing bowls or something like that. And I would just stay in that, and I would just create the state of mind that I wanted to be in for the day. And this was all before I got out of bed. I would do it all in bed. Then by the time I got out of bed, and I was feeling really good, like really good. Like, okay, I created this state. And then whatever I, had on my agenda to do that day, then I would get busy doing it. And what I realized I did is I changed the channel.
Mm-hmm.
I changed it from the news to whatever channel I wanted to be on that day. I would just put it on that channel in my own head. And it worked really, really well most of the time. Now, there were still, and there's still now, still some days where no matter what channel I put it on, it was still kind of slow motion. But
Mm-hmm.
that's really what I've been doing, and realizing that in every situation, even if it's bad, there are still opportunities, new things that come on board. And I coach probably 200 to 250 lawyers and law students and other people at any given time. And when they need me, I have to be there to support them. If I'm tired or if I'm not tired, and I don't try to pretend with them. Sometimes I just tell them, yeah, I know I'm tired too, but this is what it is. Be kind to yourself. I'm trying to be kind to myself and realize that this will pass. I can't tell you when because I don't know. None of us know, but I know that it will pass. This isn't the first time we've been through some stuff, and it won't be the last time. So
Yes.
just keep grounded and stay centered. If you realize, like right now, like I'm here with my friend, so this is as good as it could be. This is great.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm not thinking about what else is going on in the rest of the world, then I'm great right here, right now. Like in this present moment, everything is beautiful. And it's always in the present moment if you allow yourself to just be in that moment. That's the challenge.
In the present moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what you did every morning was creating a safe space for you.
Yeah. Right.
You were creating that space for the day.
Yeah.
Now
It's
I
just,
remember that the importance of creating that space for you, for me.
yeah.
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 You
Yeah.
know,
Psychological safety is a big deal for people. And
yeah.
yeah.
Here in my vicinity, I always complain about there's a house across the street and there are children singing. I don't know if you hear them singing now. There's an orphanage and I hear them as noise. Now I hear them as music
Yeah.
and some semblance of normalcy for the kids because the
Yeah.
kids need it,
Yeah.
need that
Yeah.
semblance of normalcy. So
Yeah.
so how are you with teaching law school and doing what you do? So how has
Yeah.
that been affected?
Yeah. So we're doing everything online. Most of it through Zoom. Some days, about 7 o'clock in the morning, my Zoom calls start and they go all day, just one after another one, just Zoom after Zoom after Zoom. And, you would think it wouldn't be that big of a deal, but it can kind of be a little bit tiring. I'm not sure why, but it is. The students, for the most part, I think are pretty resilient. They've adjusted, depending on their circumstances. Some are having a tougher time. So it's interesting. It's really interesting. Like I'm here, just me and the dog. Some people are at home, maybe a single mom with kids. Maybe it's a mom and dad and kids, and they're both trying to work at home online. They're trying to homeschool the kids online
Mhm.
and do everything else and nurture the kids and all these things. And it's hard. It's a challenge. I heard a joke about a week ago. A guy says, yeah, my wife and I started homeschooling the kids, and day one, it's not going so good. And the other guy says, well, what's happened? He said, well, first day, two kids got kicked out of school for fighting, and one of the teachers got let go for drinking on the job. So,
That's so funny. Really, that's so funny, huh?
yeah,
uh,
yeah,
okay, so you're teaching online. Is that right?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. Thank you.
yeah, yeah.
I know it's a challenge.
It is. You know, one good thing is our school, the way we're set up. Even before this, half of our classes were taught online, anyways. So I had some experience teaching online, and we had all the technology in place. We didn't have it to scale, but we had it, and so to make that shift wasn't all that hard in terms of just getting things up and going. And I'd had a home office, for 20 some years. So I had it, everything at home that I needed to do it, but it's just, and I'm a people person, Penny.
I know that.
I
Mm,
do. I really care about people, and it bothers me to see people suffer. So not being able to be there with them,
yeah,
that's the hardest part.
I know.
Yeah.
No, we try to reach out to as many people as we can, doing what we do, and now being isolated here, all we can do is talk to them online.
Yeah.
And you'll be surprised that many you have Google now have meet meetups,
Yeah.
and Facebook Messenger has share, so you can share content. You can
Yeah.
share screen on Facebook Messenger. So all the technology are leveling up as well.
Yeah, so that's really good. Think about what if we didn't have any of that and you just be just at home literally by yourself. Oh boy, that would
I
be.
know. Whenever I talk to my students, and my students are college students, and I ask them, obviously, Maslow's hierarchy of needs. What are needs and what are wants? Okay, food, clothing, shelter. We know that. Internet, is it a need or a want? Now I will agree that it is a need.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So what's your realization from this global pandemic, from this global recession? I
Yeah.
know this may happen only in our lifetime, and then we hope not in our children or children's children's lifetime anymore.
Yeah.
Um, what did you realize during this period?
That's a good question. I've thought about it a lot. I think there are two things. One is that even though in today's world, people are in the Philippines, in the United States, in Europe, in Africa, in wherever they may be, we are all connected. It's humanity. That's just real. And if we're going to get through this as human beings, it's going to be because we've done it together. People literally from all over the globe have all been staying at home because that's what it takes to get through this. And I was on a call a couple of weeks ago with a group of scientists. They said there are 100 million scientists around the world all working on this together. First time ever that many people, no matter what their skin color, race, national origin, which country they live in, whether they're rich or poor or whatever, it didn't matter. They're all working together to solve this problem. I think it's really beautiful. And I hope and I pray that that's a wake up call to a lot of people. And I'm sure from the news, that in the United States now there's a lot of division,
Hmm. Yep.
political parties, social economics, all this
Yep.
other stuff. But it does no good. It's just that, from my perspective, is just driven by one group or one person saying, I want it this way because this is best for me, but not thinking about if it's so much that way, how does it impact everybody else?
Mhm.
And when we realize that we're all connected and we're all one, you can't just have everything for one. It has to be, what do we do that's best for all of us in a way that works for all of us? And we can do that. That's the beautiful thing about it. There's proof right now that we can do it.
Yes,
And so that's been a really big realization for me, that it's really, truly, we're all one.
we are all one. And the
Yeah.
scientists are all working together. Many of them are working together to find a vaccine so we can all go out the way we
Yeah.
used to.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Oh, so I wish they find a vaccine soon, but it will take 18 months because of the trial.
Yeah.
We can wait. We can wait
Yeah.
for us to be safe.
Yes. Yes. The other thing that I've realized is, we can connect like this. I did some of this before, like I used Zoom, but not to the extent that we've used it now. And so it really pushed me into growth, to grow and learn and realize, hey, you can do this stuff. You just have to try and do it and figure it out. And if it's not so good the first time, that's okay. It is what it is. People want to be connected now, and they want some hope for the future. And
Yeah.
if there's something I can do to help bring that hope and that optimism, then that's exactly what I want to do.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. We've been together for many times. You
Yeah.
were assisting in my TTT when I was a trainee, and we were together in 2017, 18, 19, and online now.
Yeah.
But we really haven't conversed. And that was exactly what I was telling the others. We really haven't talked like this.
Yeah.
And now, when we are miles apart, we're conversing.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
isn't this nice?
I think it's beautiful. I want to do it some more. Let's not let this be the only time we do this.
Yes, we should do a lot more like this. And sharing coffee or sharing a drink. I know when you say coffee, it's going to be a drink for me. When I say coffee, it's going to be a drink for you. Other side of the world. But
Yeah.
whatever you bring is what you bring. Just
Yeah.
be there.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
so any other advice that you can think of that you'd like to share with people who will listen to our conversation?
Yeah. The thing that I would say is two things. One, be careful, really, really careful with what you expose yourself to. Um, because whatever you expose yourself to, like it or not, it's going to have an impact on you. That's going to be the channel that you're tuned into. Um, so just be really careful with that, because you have to understand, like, sometimes the news, yeah, they provide information, but they also have their own agenda, and their agenda is to keep people watching. Why would they want to do that? So they can sell commercials, because that's how they make money.
Yeah.
And I'm not anti-media or anything like that, but I mean, just to be aware of that. And the other thing is to just always know that there's a place that you can come back home to, and it's right here, right now. And most of the time, right here, right now is good. It's fine. Everything is good. Like right now, I'm here with my friend, and I feel really, really good about that. And and just to know that that's always there. So
Yes.
that's beautiful.
Be present at every moment, right
Yeah.
here, right now.
Right.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
And because today, the present is a gift. And the
Yes.
gift I have at this moment is you.
Yes.
So I'm
Yes.
grateful. I'm
Yes.
grateful.
I feel connected to you right now, just like we're right together. Just, yeah, I
I
really.
know. I miss the hugs.
Yes. Yeah, I do too. I do too. I wish we could have those hugs, but we
Yeah.
will again. We will. We will.
Yes, we
I'm
will.
looking forward to it. I want to come to the Philippines sometimes. I want to come and spend some time with you and share with some people there, and just I had a number of trips on my kind of my ideas for the year. Well, I don't know if any of those are going to happen now, but I just push them off just a little bit, but I still want to do it.
Yes, do come to the Philippines. We talked about it,
I
right?
know. Yeah.
Yes, and you will. It will happen. It will
Yes.
happen. We just
Yeah.
have to make sure that everything is safe, and
Yeah.
it will happen.
Yeah.
Just, just we don't know the dates, but we've declared it to happen already.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you very much for your time, Rick. I know it's in evening your time, morning my time, and I know we had some sort of mix up with the dates because time zones really get me crazy.
Oh yeah, I get it.
So thank you very much for spending this time with me today. And
Yeah.
I hope you enjoy your golf or whatever sport you will be in and be able to enjoy the sun, which I haven't done. But hopefully I can go out for a while and see the sun this morning
Good.
and just be happy every moment.
Yeah. Yeah. Do the best you can. Just and be kind to yourself on the days when it's a little bit of a struggle. Be kind to yourself. It'll be okay.
Okay, it
All
will
right.
be okay. This
Yeah.
too shall pass.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much, Rick. And I hope to see you soon then.
Thank you. Talk to you soon.
Take care. Stay safe.
You as well.
Thank you.